Hello.
And today we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy 16. Most likely we're gonna do side quests. As usual, I'm gonna start promoting the stream, so we're gonna just do some chatting and just talk about a day and everything.
It's true.
Nice. So how's your day?
So far, pretty great. And I'm just gonna go and say I'm really, really enjoying Tra,
What?
the new singularity in FGO.
Oh, this new event.
The one with Charlie, Don Quixote.
Damn.
I mean, we're basically just getting Kata going, this is my life now.
As you know, Rika should get used to it by now.
Oh, Riska is completely used to it. He's like, it's new that there's armies of servants going on. Look, danger. And then being amazed by low-level magecraft. Because, ooh, something new.
Do you have to finish Exalted's time? I mean, Exalted part of the story to play that event?
I think you might have to do Lost Belt 6.
Damn it. Have been in Lost Belt 6, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I know it was one of the Lost Belts, but I think it might be the most recent. And yay, if that's the case, I'm really glad that I finished it. Because this is a funny one.
Is it you found out about the sisters leading the rebellion?
No, that was the squishy mushroom people event.
Oh, hold on, my car was coming.
Hello, Meow Meow.
I'm in
Yeah, no, this is the one where you get basically a version of Moriarty. Actually, hold on a moment. Whoosh.
If Roman's not there, then I can't really eat there. Because I'm still in Camelot, I haven't really touched any of the big gacha games. But besides, I've been busy.
Oh, yeah. Just the regular work stuff. I mean, I know for a fact that the Twisted Wonderland released it, more of its.
Yeah, because they catch up way too quickly, and now they're catching up to what's in Japan now, which is chapter 7.
I know, it's been going fast. I was kind of hoping that we'd dawdle a little bit on it.
Yeah, it's breakneck speed, and we need to get back in. I keep saying we should get back into Starwell, but
Young Murray.
yeah, it's just been really busy with the other games and everything. Because we also do this, play different video games. And I know Jane and Booth watch me play it. In other words, I did actually finish updating one of my fix. the FGO one, surprisingly.
Oh, nice. This is just a nice. The princess.
Oh yeah, I see. Oh, now I see it. I see. I see in the group chat. Yeah, I can't play that because that's a story event. FGO is kind of weird with that. Like they have events, but it's part of the story, like a major part.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I could have done without Fish's story.
You could have done without young Minori.
The young minority is nice. The entire Trom thing so far is great. But I could have done without the Momovich event.
Momich? I don't know what that is.
The lady that keeps popping
What?
in almost every one of the Lost Belts. The fake beast.
Oh, Vinci.
Not Da Vinci.
No, not. I don't mean Vinci. I meant like Vitch. Sorry.
Yes.
They have the same kind of the first set of symbols. I think that's how to say it. You know, the first letter
I get
sound.
what you're talking about.
So like, it kind of confused me. But yeah, I don't mind her as much. Her event was just like felt more. It was like a plot. It feels kind of like a plot twist without a little payoff. I figure if they have more hints towards that, it'd probably be as good. Besides,
I mean, if they wrote it better, it would be something more about, I get you. But when they got to the original opening for it, they're like, all right, I destroyed this entire section that has no humans in it. I murdered them all. But they all thought humans were the answer.
what?
Like, the start of it was all the animals in that area that died when she arrived as a meteor.
Yeah, that was the whole event. Here's the thing: I don't mind that. I don't mind that because it does explain it kind of in story. I just wish there was more like hints towards it. You know. I'm gonna give an example. The whole
No,
like.
it would have made more sense for me if it was after she met humans and she like found fault with them. I was like, that would have made more sense. But it was immediate conception. When you've got animals that haven't seen like humans for I don't know how long.
They probably did. I'm not sure if it was a sanctuary or something. They probably thought it's probably like PTSD or something. And it could, and like you could have made it like, oh, she was traveling around the world and see all the cruelty of humans towards animals, and I'm like, okay,
That would have
that's a
made
good
so much more
goal
sense.
version.
That would have made so much more sense. I wish it was something like that.
Yeah.
It's just how they wrote it, where I was just like, you're making more and more of a, I have no idea what you started.
Yeah, but the one that I was going for was more in the lines of more hints towards like Vicky's true identity. I mean, yeah, Vicky's true identity because like before being like basically amalgamation of the animals that was killed during the meteorite. I want like more hints towards that. Like, I'm gonna get a good example. The whole like beast set 7 being being not really being like ogre, but actually the what's it called? The Cardea's system where how they um how they actually go back in time with the singularity. You know, the opening.
The ray shift?
Yeah, the opening that basically tells the orb that tells them that where um how a human that's kind of like a projection of the old soul or something. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I know what you're talking about.
That was turned out to be like the true villain, and there was actually a lot of intros that actually makes sense. Like the whole thing, like the whole Lost Spells, because like like everybody keeps talking about how the Lost Spells were like kind of crazy and all that because um because
Simulations.
yeah, because like it's literally placing a alternate universe of the world, part of the alternate universe in the world, and putting it in ourselves and putting it into our reality. That's literally changing like the old texture and everything, which the world can do because it's literally it's projecting the Gaia soul. And every opening you see it like kind of cracking everything, like being in the center. Also, I have enough time, so now we can actually start streaming.
All right, that works.
But going back on that, like, there was also like, I said this before, that basically like Melsberry, something's up with Melsberry. I told you this before. I think I told Jade about this, but I do not trust Melsberry. There's something off about him. And that was all because Galahad, because Galahad did not trust him at all. I figured there's a reason for that, even though he was kind of being a joke.
Well, to be fair, considering how he was quote-unquote summoned, there is no way you could not be a jerk for that.
Yeah, he reacted very violently. It's like, there was a lot of hints towards it, and how Woodine and everybody was talking about him. And also, like, Cardea as a whole, like, the whole mission. Because as much as people have people more have a, how do I say this? It wasn't Galahad hated Risa. I think Galahad's more different exposed them. They hated Cardalia more. Which should have been like everybody forced it, like something's up. Because opponent to like most people that actually know Galahad, he wouldn't do this without a reason.
I mean, it's not so much that there wasn't a reason. There were so many different reasons that it could be that you're just like, narrow it down, please. Mages are sketchy.
Yeah. Let's see here. The text is small. The cooks think about it.
There's talk of these skies driving men mad. Most of the
We're gonna do some side quests before we do any more main quests, especially after like the big boss fight we had.
Makes sense. Side quest make the world go round.
Yeah, you weren't here with the boss fight, but you saw the video?
We did.
Fighting the dragon in space in like like a hybrid fight scene of like Godzilla and Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, my entire thought process was that. How are we breathing?
We can't. Okay, I gotta talk to the guy before we can go out into the world. So a couple of main story stuff before side quests. Sorry, guys.
Like, I seriously went, how are we breathing?
Magic.
I mean, that counts.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends.
I don't think you pay him for good news.
Of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate.
Yeah,
No
the
one
royal
could have
family
predicted
comes
the
to
actions
itself
of the
over.
Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts. Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
So we have to go out and stop the last kingdom. Okay, now I think we could do side quests. Now, the crew.
Those skies then.
Your old man is right. You should call back the scouts.
Now let me see. Gotta look this up because that text is small. Okay.
You expect me to work?
I'd say we were in for a storm.
God damn it, I can't go. Damn it. The main story is keeping me hostage. Get to any side quests.
The plot says move.
Damn you, plot. Damn you.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Oh wait.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he?
Touché.
Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive.
Ah.
Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Yeah, gotta keep doing this. Well, as much good as destroying the crystals will also like release the more monsters. Like whole bombs people, like whole bombs monsters didn't appear until after like we destroyed the first crystal. So
Clive,
You win some, you lose some.
Only
Yeah.
one. That would be a first.
it would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
okay, we gotta help with the bandits. Yeah.
I'd say we were in for a storm.
Now let me see here. Okay, let's do some side quests first. No, it is. I know exactly where to go. I looked it up.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Let's do this bonus boss fight first. And then we can do like the main quest. Come on.
Come on.
We're not alone.
No, we went a little too far ahead. I know for 1 sec. I want to try out the new update.
That'll do, girl.
Not exactly where I want to go, but treasure.
Treasure is always good.
Now it should be up here.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Too slow. Nice try. Fire and flame! Too slow. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. Too slow. Too slow.
is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this, you can fetch it himself.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
I'm getting excited.
I still haven't returned the favor.
He totally is.
No need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a
I mean, the only thing to do worse is ruin the leather.
True. Won't hurt to try.
Except for your bag.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
For some reason, I don't trust that.
Why? Just because the guy said it?
Because that sounds like he's going to push more work on us.
Okay, to be fair. Now we got more. Now we can fit more stuff in our bag. And you say you didn't trust the guy. Shame.
I don't.
Shame.
Sounds like this is going to be one of those for your own good thing. You're going to be given, like, terrible food.
Oh my god.
Just the way it sounds like with him. It'll be good for you. But it tastes like garbage.
Clouds. You'd think
You were one of those kids that didn't like to eat broccoli because it tastes bad, did you?
I love broccoli. We always had melty cheese on it. No, cauliflower.
You want to do some more side quests, or do one of these, or do more main story?
I am good with side quests.
Okay.
I mean, we were held hostage by the plot.
Yeah, might as well you get both stuff. And that way, I could be overpowered.
Of course.
What's happened? Pardon me, but would you happen... That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
Go on an expedition and to give us money.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road. And from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait.
The guy immediately comes out.
Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed. What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
He takes 2 steps out of the reputation, out of the outpost, and now he's in trouble for bats.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More
I like this guy.
We have
It could be
Sounds like a butler.
Now,
Yeah.
feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might
Oh,
describe.
there's airships?
Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our
That's a good
expedition
point. What
continues.
did
And we
calm
still
down?
have much to learn.
Clive.
I mean, I sort of wonder if they got rid of it all at once. 'Cause it all looks like similar, like, stuff.
It could be just like.
Come on.
It could be just like an invasion or something. It could be a war with. Who knows? A war with something. Oh, it could be a
True.
monster.
It's some great calamity.
Clearly something happened. Oh, hold on. Let me grab this shiny.
Not again.
You got in trouble again.
Alright then. Who's first?
Gavin. I'm still not used to this. So I just gotta get bad him up. He doesn't say anything.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas,
what, a spaceship happened?
The full truth of the matter is lost to time. Though I
pulled a Sephiroth and chopped a meteor at it.
No, that's not a Sephiroth. That is the fucking Kuja.
There is more yet to see.
Like, remember the like, you remember like the whole like how he killed off all the mages?
I mean, you are not wrong.
Like,
let's go.
Literally, him.
Run like the wind.
He's kind of like an alien in a way. Him and species, but not him and his species. He was more created as a puppet. As these.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like Final Fantasy IX was more like Kuja and people like him were like possessors of this alien planet of these people who lost their home planet a long time ago.
I mean, due to the fact that the main character had a tail, I was very much like, just imagine Dragon Ball Z.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more,
this guy
you
has
impress
no
me with your prowess.
skills whatsoever.
These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
He's like, I need a child leash for you.
Child leash. Stay for Polyphone Group.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Woo!
You're getting tired, Uncle Energy.
Clyde always has that tired Uncle Energy. I love
He's
him.
professional by now.
I don't care what people say. I think Clyde is like a really good MC.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him. What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Not that we had anything to give.
When are they gonna let us through?
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Nice manners.
Well, let's see.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you. Good girl.
Like, seriously, the main character has the best social skills out of everyone we've met.
Well, that's because he actually grew up. Later. That's because we have to find him.
Ready, go? Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Dude, shit.
Somebody's got a hobby. Or they got stolen from.
I think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
I don't know, they look as happy to see you. Some people looking at so far. Right now, where's that gray-haired noodle?
Let's get this over with. Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead, and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage,
terrible
they
idea.
won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boglad.
That's only Goblin Slayer, Jay.
I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work
The
here is
Goblin
done.
Slayer, Goblin sold himself to die.
Don't mention the goblins.
That was a tongue twister.
Brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot of sworn-off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Not really stealing anymore. They're just trying to survive.
Come on.
So, honestly, I don't really see anything wrong. As long as they stay out of humans, honestly, don't bother with humans, they'll probably be fine. Again, only because if goblins can be reasoned with, they have some level of intelligence, you know?
This is true.
When are they gonna let us through?
Looks like this is the
This isn't like a basic animal or anything.
Would that we had anything to give.
The blight just making things hard for
Once he's tied up a few loose ends.
anything to live.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Level up! No, I think we could do some main quest stuff. At least start with some, but first let me get some supplies.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Still alive, are you? Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Let's see here. Let's go to the quickest one.
I sort of want to rob him blind now.
Don't rob the old boy blind, Dave.
I mean, he's the one that suggested it.
Macy.
Really should have known better.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
Which makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Beasts they are. Aye. The scum of the twins.
Well, that's one way to find someone.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own.
I see.
Before
To make them realize they need each other.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
I think I know what they're gonna want us to do. We're gonna have to play the bandits.
Fucking thieving
Probably.
bastards.
I will laugh if that's true. Post it. Post 5.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary.
Like by the time he's done with this,
A pleasure, my lady.
if he had any shame, it will be gone.
As I told
Touche.
you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Oh, I'm ruined. My shop. Why would anyone do
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
That's because Jill can actually talk and you can't, Clive.
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Nice try.
That was easy.
Hmm.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out
Yes,
there.
you do.
The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I don't know. He could have acted worse.
True, he could have acted worse, but he still acted pretty bad.
I mean, stage fright was a thing.
Yeah.
They're lucky he doesn't suffer from it.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Why aren't you getting him to a healer?
I think they are.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Alright, and this is where we are. I've got to get ready for work.
Okay, I'll take it. Okay, we're gonna take a small break until like Bluetooth comes back. Either way, I need to stretch. So if anybody wants to get like something to eat or stretch out, this is the time. I'll be back.
Bye bye, everyone.
back. Yeah, like now. So good can we? Oh wait. So good thing can really come. So it's just us. Oh no.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not. Not a chance.
Come on. Faster!
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha!
That's probably a good idea.
The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Pet dog. I know. Damn it.
My brothers. Shh, don't try to talk.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
Jeez.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Nice try.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
But to be fair,
You've
you
never
are.
been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there. Brothers need me.
Ready, go?
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Too slow.
Oh, they got the chocobos. Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
You know. Whoops. Yeah.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are. I mean to say that,
He's nervous.
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
And the last one. No fleet. After this one. After this one, better. Now I'm gonna card in.
The whole of Oriflamme under a flood. Then we're next.
I can't do it.
I can't. But you can.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashyyyk, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
You heard what happened in the camp.
4 left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
Damn.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family!
Don't leave me.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right.
boy.
Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for Moor.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Come on. Faster!
Clive, look!
I see them. With me! Save your strength. Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the one standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Okay. Well, let me do this first. Gonna end it here. As for, we might stream on Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow's just a little break stream. Hopefully, I say that because usually something comes up. But now, here are my links. YouTube. Twitch. And my Discord. That's not enough for you for free, so I'm not really gonna bother.